from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And here comes Arch Manning. And a lot of pressure on these two quarterbacks. They know the guy on the other side can put points on the board.
Two outstanding quarterbacks going head-to-head in this one, Dave. And both of these guys had opportunities either to go to the league or transfer in the portal. They were offered lots of money. They decided to stay at their respective schools, knowing that this matchup was going to happen. And these are two guys right now jockeying for individual awards. They're jockeying for draft position. More than that, though, they want to get to the playoff and compete for a national championship.
Two alphas, right? Like two guys that are the dudes for their squad. They know it. They've been on these teams. They're the leader of their teams. How do they handle this big-time moment? Who presses? Who tries to do too much and maybe cost their team a little? Both these guys have been great. This is a big stage.
Finds his man down the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, Manning. Makes the catch. It's Terry. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
Down, ready. Flag 14, flag 14, ready, go.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Manning. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Here we go, ready. Go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Manning. He's got him this time. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It Smothers. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win and can...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Throwing, Sellers. Caught in the backfield. It's McAllister. Could not make his way to the corner.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Sellers through the noise. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Sellers to throw. Got his man. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got his man out of the backfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Line of scrimmage is at the 28. That would make it about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to go for it instead on 4th down. Dances away to buy time. Makes the grab past the marker. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Arch Madness. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Ready.
They go play action with Manning. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though. This guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Smothers.
so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Throwing Manning. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great time. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run inside. It's Smothers. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Here's Manning to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. Kick another one. It's third and goal. Escapes the pressure to his right. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Here's the pressure. At the 35, he's open. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Sellers. It's complete to the right. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be second and 8. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's got him. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Now here's Sellers. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the back. Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. The quick out. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in... And on the EA Sports College Football Update Show, we begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 11 team, the Washington Huskies.
What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Throwing Sellers. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Manning with a play fake. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Here's Sellers to throw. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Punch for the tackle. There's a crease. He stopped him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Behind the chains now on. And long. Sellers. Here's a heat. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try it over the left side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the...
Might have a chance. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the option. There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Manning on play action. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Arch to throw. Finds his target down the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Sack all the way back at the 5.
I'd like to see a little more creativity here with respect to the route running and play calling to help get these receivers open. Right now in that last play, they didn't do anything to work away from the defenders.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
They'll start on the ground with Isaiah Auguste. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Keeps it on first down. Got a little grass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, he's got some space. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Sellers through the noise. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Into the secondary on the right. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
Motion from the wideout. To throw, Manning. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. This one's complete. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the...
He's got it way down the field. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Manning. Makes the catch.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Third down from the gun, Manning. Going for 6. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Arch Madness. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Gamecocks enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. Running inside, it's McAllister. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Throwing Manning. He wants a big play here late. can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's taking a deep shot. It's incomplete, a last-gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play.